Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Tuesday, November the 18th. Finally, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell got it right. On Tuesday, suspending Adrian Peterson for the remainder of the 2014 season and not being able to reinstate him. No eligibility for reinstatement until April of 2015. Peterson, embroiled in the child abuse scandal with his son in the state of Texas, has not been playing for the Minnesota Vikings, although he has been getting paid to not suit up for the Vikings since September. Now that will end. Peterson out for the season, and this time Goodell got it right. The NFL, and Goodell in particular, were under attack for the way they handled so many of these high-profile cases of both domestic abuse and, in the case of Peterson, child abuse earlier in the year. And it was just kind of flimsy, not knowing what to do, going back and forth, and really making a joke of the NFL and how they discipline these players for what ultimately looked like heinous acts. And in the case of Peterson, I thought Goodell's statement, I thought the suspension, first of all, was justified. I thought it was the right thing to do. There will be a back and forth now. The NFL Players Association will come out and try to sue and try to appeal, and this will go back and forth here. But I love the fact that Goodell came out with a strong approach and knocked Peterson out of the league for the entire year. If they have to go to court and they have to settle this, he probably won't be back until next year anyway. Out of sight, out of mind for a guy here, to me, and Adrian Peterson, who just doesn't get it. And I thought in the press release that Goodell and the NFL put out on Tuesday morning, he illustrated it perfectly. Two things in there caught my attention, and I think Goodell deserves credit for. The first, talking about the fact that Peterson here, really throughout this entire process, has not shown the proper remorse. You know, if you do something wrong in any walk of life, you pay your penance, you come back, and you go on with your life. That's kind of the way things work, and they certainly work that way in sports. But at no time here, during this entire Adrian Peterson saga, have I felt, and I don't think the NFL and Goodell has felt either, that he really was truly sorry for what he did and shouldn't have done it and was remorseful enough to never do it again. That was the first. The second, it was the last line. I think it was one that might be lost in the conversation because everyone will read through the beginning, Peterson out, not back till 2015, and not read all the way down towards the bottom of the statement. The one that caught my eye is that if this happens again or another violation of the personal conduct policy, banishment from the NFL will be on the table. So Adrian Peterson now can fight, and he can moan, and he could be upset about this suspension. But if anything happens between now and when he is eligible for reinstatement in April 2015, we could see the end of Adrian Peterson in the NFL. Finally, the NFL, and Roger Goodell in particular, sends a strong message to domestic abuse. It is not going to be tolerated. If you do it and you're not remorseful, you're not coming back. And if it happens again, you're gone for life. Goodell, I blasted him in September. Many of you agreed. This time, 2 months later, he did the right thing. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now.